ZerO at PG Zone HD, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be opening up a total of 13 items, including 11 blind boxes and 2 Play-Doh Surprise Eggs. Now we're going to start the video off by opening up the Fraggle Rock blind box first. And it's Fraggle time. Alright, so here's a look at some of the different Fraggles that you can get. I love calling them Fraggles. So let's go ahead and see who we got for our first figure of today's video. And we definitely got a new one, and it's a little water bowl that says Sprocket. So here's, I guess it's a water bowl, it could be a food bowl, but let's take a look and see what Sprocket is. He is, wait a minute. So we got the Mystery Chaser today. Nice. That's a really great way to start the video off. And what's really cool is you can actually turn his head so you can pose him in different ways. That is a really cool figure. I like that one quite a bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and move along to the Kaiju Dunny battle. Here's a look at some of the different Kaijus. And I still, I really want to see this guy right here in the corner. He, of course, is one of the hardest ones to get, but he's also one of the coolest looking figures, in my opinion. He looks like he would be a more heavier box. This one doesn't feel very heavy. And we got the, oh wow, hold on, does he come with little fins? Okay, he doesn't. So we got a swamp monster the other day that came with little fins, and this one, it does show him with fins. He's a 1 in 24 and he's got little fins. Where's his fins? Oh no, there's no fins. Wow. Next up we have the Agretsuko. That's my best guess. And the last video that we opened these, we got all 4 of the foxes. I think, well actually we did not get this one. So we were missing this one and the mystery. But we have yet to see any of the other figures on this side. We opened 3 or 4 of these, I think, didn't we? We opened 4. And this doesn't feel like a fox. I'm hoping it's not a fox. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice. All right, so no fox this time. We got the Washing Me. So this one's a 2 in 24. I have no idea how to say that, but the Washing Me is a little dirty. Oh no. But there's a look at this guy. I'm trying to figure out, is he an eagle? I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Maybe somebody can let me know, but my guess is that maybe it's an eagle or maybe it's a rooster. I really can't tell. Alright, so next up, now that doesn't want to stand up, next up we have a very ancient blind box. This one was made in 2007. These are extremely rare, extremely hard to find. Here's a look at some of the different figures. This is also made by Joe Ledbetter, so I'm really looking forward to opening this. I was kind of saving this for a special occasion. I want to say I have maybe 1 or 2 more of these. Let's see what we get inside of here. I almost ripped the card. But we got the, what is this, a fox maybe? I don't know, but this guy is he's dizzy, he's 2 in 20. I'm trying to figure out what animal it's supposed to be. I don't know, he's got this little cute tooth right here in the front. I'm gonna get his tail put on real quick. So here's Dizzy with its tail, and yeah, somebody's got to comment. I don't know what animal this is. I'm guessing again, a fox. So Dizzy reminds me of, what was it, the Animaniacs? Wasn't the Tasmanian Devil's son's name Dizzy? I can't remember. But there's a look at this guy. Very cool looking figure. Alright, so next up, we have another really old blind box. This one is from 2008. So it's a year later, we get the French Dunnies. Now, if you notice on this side of the box, there's a couple question marks right down here, which means it doesn't even tell you what the odds are. Now, this is very interesting. On this side of the box, you have a 1 in 400. I've never seen any figure have an odd that high. I mean, that is absolutely bonkers. Then you have another question mark down here. Normally, with most blind boxes, the question marks are harder to get than the rarest figure that's shown the odds for. That's why they have question marks most of the time. There's also a 1 in 100, but it would be next to impossible to get this little guy right here. So let's go ahead and open up this very old relic of a blind box. Let's see who we get. So this is actually really exciting. This is the only one of these that I have too. I've had it for several years and just never opened it. So, so we got one that has the craziest looking face. This one is, it says Super Deluxe right here. And I guess you can actually apply this little sticker to like a glass or a cup or something, but wow, look at this guy. So he's got a little face up here on his little ear thing, and it says, "Love me." And then it says, I guess it's supposed to say, "Love me, I'm French," or "Kiss me, I'm French." It says Super Deluxe Unchi. And then it says, "I love Waz." So a lot of crazy stuff on this one. And this one's odds was wah, wah, wah. So 3 in 25. So he's definitely a common, but a very, very cool figure. I like that one quite a bit. All right, so moving along. We have the Disney Heroes versus Villains. Here's a look at the back of the box. This one is a 1 in 12 chance of each. I'm pretty sure if you get the entire case, you get all the figures, which if I remember correctly, I think I did get the case of this one. So I've opened quite a bit of these a long, long time ago. But for today's video, we're gonna get, it's a small figure, whoever it is Peter Pan. You know, I was actually gonna say Peter Pan just because of how small he was, and I knew that he was a little figure, but here's a look at Mr. Pan. And speaking of, I was gonna say who I thought it was before I opened it. One of you guys commented a week or two ago and said that I re-record the audio after the video is done to guess the figure after I already know what it is, which is really, really funny to me, but no, that's not what's going on here. So here's a look at the Fraggle Rock box. Here's a look at some of the different figures. It could be done, but the only time I've ever had to record audio after I finished recording audio for a video is if I mess up something really, really bad to the point to where it's so embarrassing that I have to fix it. But I've never recorded audio to go back and go, oh, I think I'm gonna get this item, and then it comes popping out. So no, that's not what's happening. That's specifically referring to the DC Comics Kidrobot blind boxes. So this one is in the same like realm as the Dozer that we got. This is Cotterpin Dozer, and this one is a 3 in 24. It's a common figure. And here's a look at Mrs. Dozer. She's got these little tiny hairs on the top of her head, which look a lot like our minion over here. He just lost a couple hair pieces, but yeah, we got some little hair right there on the top of him as well. All right, so let's finish opening the blind boxes, then we'll get to our very colorful Play-Doh eggs over here. So next up we have the Kidrobot Super Mini Series number 3. And this is one very tiny blind box. Unfortunately, it does not show you the odds or characters that you can get. This is from 2007 also, so we have some relics in this video of blind boxes. But this is gonna be one of these little tiny hangers or keychains that you could use. And so far, every one that we've opened of these has been really cool. This one, of course, is missing his head. So we got to put his head back on, but there's a look at our guy. Every one that we've opened has been different. So we have a head and a body. I'm gonna get them put together real quick. There we go. There's his head on his body, and it went back on pretty well. It's on there pretty good now. I guess it just wasn't on there when they put it in the box. But here's a look at this. It does come with this little part right here. So again, you could use it as a hanger or a keychain. But you know, these are all the Kidrobot logos. In fact, if you look right here on the corner of the box, there's his little head. So these are kind of like the logos of the Kidrobot series blind boxes, which is really cool. I really like how they did that. I'm excited that we've gotten something different in every one of these. All right, so next up, we're gonna open one more Agretsuko. And we've already shown the box, so let's just get it open. And you know, I'm not gonna do a ton of these blind box videos where it's like 2 of each of these. I might still throw one in here and there like an extra, but yeah, we have so many blind boxes to show you guys on this channel. So this is gonna be the director Gauri, and she comes with a little newspaper that should be hiding. There it is. And this is a little bit of a strange figure. It definitely It's definitely strange. It looks kind of like a tiki doll or something. Like it just looks very abnormal, like one of those tiki statues. And she's got kind of like a pearl necklace and some earrings to match. So that's a very unique figure for sure. That one stands up perfectly. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy for the little round table at the end of the video. He might just not be in it. But next up, we have the Kaiju Dunny Battle. And we've already shown the box once, but here it is again. And you know, sometimes if a figure won't stand up, I can lean it against something for that final little part of the video, but that one's not gonna, it's just not gonna stand up. You couldn't even lean that one against something, so yeah, he might be omitted from the very end. Oh my gosh, we finally got him. Oh wow. Alright, so this is the one that I really wanted to see, and it's different. This is a 1 in 72. This one is right there. He's a 1 in 24. Okay, so the one I really wanted to see was the purple one, but man, this one actually looks really nice. Like, this is as good as I thought it was going to be. He kind of reminds me of like a Greek god, like the way his little beard and hair is. They really just made him look really nice. That's just such a cool figure. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like an elephant, but he's got like extra like trunks, and he's got the little horn on the top of his head, so he's kind of like a mutant elephant. That is a real, I really love that series so much. All right, so for our final blind box, we have the Cinderella Vinylmation. Here's a look at some of these guys. We've gotten most, if not all, the figures, but I have an entire case of these, so I gotta finish them out. And in case you missed it in a previous video, here's gonna be a look at Mrs. Stepmother. So she doesn't even have a name, she's just Stepmother. And this one is right there on the box. It's the second one. Very creepy looking figure. Her eyes are just so like mesmerizing. They look like they're just piercing right through you. I wouldn't even want to set this figure out just because it would creep me out. It looks like maybe the eyes would just follow you as you're walking around. Alright, so next up we have a Minion, Play-Doh egg, Minion. And let's take his hat off. This is just such a nice looking Play-Doh egg. I hate tearing it up. But inside we have a Minion surprise pack along with a Squinkies. So let's open the Squinkies first. And I had one of you guys request some teammates. So this is actually pretty close, and I dropped one of the balls. And you can actually almost get a little bit of a sneak peek through the little grates in the back. But let's go ahead and get this guy opened up. And inside we got this one. And he looks a lot like a little G.I. Joe. And of course, you can put these on the end of a pencil, maybe. It looks like it could possibly fit on, and you can smush them a little. These aren't like exactly like Mash'ems, but they're a little bit like it. And then for the other little Squinky, we got this little guy right here. So let's go ahead and get this clear one opened up. I wonder why they make one clear and one yellow. It's kind of strange, but this one also looks a lot like a G.I. Joe. There's our two Squinkies for the day. That one actually shot off a little bit. Alright, so for our Minion surprise pack, here's a look at some of the different Minions. This is made by Bloks. Hopefully it won't be too hard to put this together. Some of the Bloks figures are just so tough. So tough to put together. Alright, so for this one we got this guy right here. So I lost part of him. There he is. So I'm gonna get them all put together. We'll see who it is. And thankfully this one was really easy to put together. So here's a look at the picture of him. He is a blue common figure in the set. And then here's gonna be a closer look at this guy. And you know, it was kind of a tease because when I opened him up, his arms were already attached to his body. So I was like, yay, I don't have to pop the arms in, but you had to take the arms out to put it inside the suspenders. So, but you know, this one was not like the SpongeBob figures. These were really easy to pop in. So very thankful for that. No busting my finger apart trying to get that in. All right, so next up we have our final Play-Doh egg and final item of the video. Now that we are tearing him all apart. And there's our, you know, I said teammates. I meant to say teeny mates. That's what, okay, so we got the baseball teeny mates. And this is, again, a requested item that I just so happen to have. And inside we got these two figures. I'll get one out of the package so we can see what it is. So here's a look at our two figures. We have the Cincinnati Reds and the Seattle Mariners. And Seattle's actually my favorite baseball team, but I don't watch baseball anymore, unfortunately. I keep up with basketball and football and a little bit of hockey, but no baseball for me. And then for our final item of the day, we have the Justice League, the Chibis, and we have gotten my favorite figure, the Flash. But for today, we got the Green Arrow, Robin, and wow, that is the first time that's ever happened. We got two Robins. I don't think I've ever opened one of these packages and gotten the same figure in one of these packages, like a duplicate. That is not normal. I don't think. I don't think they're supposed to give you two of the same figures, but I don't know for sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video for today. We got a lot of really cool figures. What was your favorite figure in today's video? This is ZerO, and as always, thank you guys for stopping by.